right, so pips. Let's talk about these pips because this is why we're here. These pips, guys, this is what makes me excited when I wake up in the morning and I see blue is the pips. So the pips is the 4th decimal place, all right? It's the place that is all the way, this was a decimal, like a period. I don't know why it's a comma, but it's the 4th digit. We're gonna actually calculate those. I'm gonna help you guys learn how to calculate them yourself because it can be confusing, and guys, you can lose unnecessarily because you're not calculating them correctly, all right? So what are pips? They are the unit of measurement. When I showed you that one chart, let me see if I can go back to it real quick. When I showed you that one chart, these little numbers on the side, those are how we calculate. That's like, you know, it's like a graph. That's how, you know, you're reading. You can look here and see that it was at 1.345, you know, in the market at one point. However much, like from this point to that point, that's how many pips that the market moved, okay? So this would have been an 80 pip profit. That would have been a 160 pip profit if you were on the right side of the sell, that is, or buy. All right, so now let's get back to it. So let's start calculating these bad boys. Before we do that, I have to talk about these doggone numbers called the pipette, all right? The pipette is a 5th digit that for some reason the brokers decided to throw on, I think, to trip you up personally. Because too many of us, including myself, have calculated these numbers and got overly excited thinking that, oh yeah, I just got 200 pips. Well, no, actually you got 20. All right. So you want to make sure that you know, like this 5th digit, like it's going to be represented like this, 0.0001. Ignore that one. Like it is the 4th digit that you want to look at. When it's like, if you see 5, you really only need to see 4. Act like, remember, take it back to when you were kids, invisible. All right. I don't know if you did that to your sibling. You act like they were invisible. I was the middle child. They used to do that to me. I hated it. But anyhow, act like it's invisible. There are also exceptions to the rule before we start calculating. The 2nd digit, there are some pairs that don't have a 4th digit. They only go to the 2nd digit, and that would be the yen and gold. They have 2. Or a lot of times they're going to be represented as 3. All right. So in that situation, the 3rd digit is going to be the pipette. That would be the one that you ignore. All right. I think I have this little visual here. Make sure you screenshot this. This is helpful. All right. Ignore the pipette. Only look at the pips. So like this, when you see 1.25418, you don't see the 8. You see 1.2541. When you put it in your calculator, that's all you're putting in, 1.2541. Ignore the 8. It's too much. All right, how do we screenshot? I'm on a Mac. If you hold down the Command, Shift, and a 3, I got a Mac too. All right, so if you hold down Command, Shift, 3, I believe you should be able, you'll hear a little, camera sound. Try that out. Okay, so screenshot this little picture. This thing is helpful for you, and make sure you tell other people about this. Ignore the pipette, okay? I'm going to move on. Is it cool? Everybody clear for me to move on if you're screenshotting this or drawing it down really quick? Either one. All clear? Give me the all clear. Okay, good. All right, so calculating pips. You enter New Zealand dollar on a sell. 4.56567 and exit at 4.56776. What is the pips you gained or lost? Okay, so now I want you guys right now in the chat. It's time to get live here. I want you guys in the chat. Tell me, did you gain or did you lose? Did you gain or lose? Tell me what you did. Did you gain or did you lose? Notice it says you entered on a sell. I'm not asking you how much yet. I want you to tell me if you entered on a sell. Remember, what does a sell look like in the market? Look at these numbers, all right? If you entered here and exited there on a sell, remember, on a sell, we're expecting the market to go down, right? Okay, so did the market go down? 0.56567, but it went up to 0.56776. So the market went up and not down, all right? On a sell, you want it to go down, so you lost. That sucks. Wah, wah, wah. It's all a part of the game, guys. You got to learn how to take a loss like a champ, all right? And I'll teach you that. Yes, it's okay. We all lose. It's going to happen, so be ready for it because we are students, right? We're students. Anyhow, so Yes, you lost. It's fine. Now, how much did you lose? Teach me. I'll teach you. All right, how much did you lose? So what you do, guys, is in your calculator, you type in this one. That's right, I am a student. You type in this number subtracting from that number, all right? And then you will see this. Take that minus that, and you should end up with a equals 0.200 or 209, all right? I see y'all rounding up. Okay, good job. Now, how do you look at that? You can do fancy math called division, or you can do what I call slide the decimal over 4 places. Why are we sliding it over 4 places? Because they're, oh, I can tell you why. Because remember, the PIP is in the 4th digit. That's why we slide it over 4 places. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Move it over 4 places. Okay, that's the best I got. All right, so yes, you lost 20.9 pips. All right, we're going to do another one. I like to do multiple ones. Repetition, y'all. So you enter Euro GBP on a buy at 0.85646 and exit at 0.86549. What is the pips that you gained or lost? Did you gain? Yes, I am a teacher. Taught for 9 years, actually. High school. So, yes, what is the pips that you gained or lost? Please let me know. Did you gain or did you lose? Look at the numbers. Remember, this is a buy. What do you expect? And yes, Junior, what is that? Yes, I've taught for 9 years. Can you imagine? I'm a science teacher too. Imagine that. So yes. All right. I see you guys. So when you're getting ahead, I see gains. I see gains. That's what I see for all of you. Gains, gaining knowledge. Yes, you got it. All right. You got it. So you take this number minus that number, and you should get a number that looks like this. Remember, you placed the buy, so you're expecting the numbers to go up. Oh, what's happening there? You are expecting the numbers to go up. And they did. Like, you should be able to look at that and just recognize that immediately. Okay, get out of here. So good job. So let's see. When you take this number and swipe it over to the right 4 places, you end up with 90.3 pips. Are we feeling that? Are y'all getting that? Does that make sense to you? Type in the chat. Let me know. Yes, I get it. Or still confused. Let me know. Let me know. Yes, yes, yes. Or no, no, no. It's okay either way. Okay, good. I love honesty. It's okay. No, no, no. All right. So we're going to do more. That's why I asked that. So some of you are getting it. Yes, finally getting it. Getting it a little bit. Not at all. All right. And that's good. Yes, I really am a student. Absolutely. We are. And here's the thing. If you are confused, that is actually a good sign. A lot of students do not want to understand that confusion is actually a big part of your learning. It's a huge part of your learning. Why? It's because you have this really awesome thing called your brain that is trying to figure it out. And in the meantime, you're kind of on the hold music. You know, when you call places and they put you on hold, that's what your brain is doing. It's got you on hold right now while it figures it out. But I guarantee you get on this thing another time and you will see it'll start to click. So those of you who are my repeats, I know you guys feel me on this. It's starting to click for you. And it's like, oh, yes, Eureka, I got it, okay? And that's because right now, some of you who are confused, really, you're just on hold, okay? All right, so anyhow, let's move on to another one. And it's okay if you're confused because we're going to talk about it. Now it says, so when we sell, we want the numbers to go, no, we want them numbers to go down. Remember? So like right here, here's a good example. Here's a visual of what it looks like when you would want to sell. So right here, this is like, okay, let's say I'm in the market and I used my analysis or the scanner called it or swipe trades, whatever. Okay, I'm in the market and I look and I see, this is a good time to put a sell in. Market, I think, is going to go down based on all of my whatever I've done to make this guesstimation. It's going down. So remember, a sell, you want it to go down. You're selling it, right? Because remember, you are selling it while it's high because as you sell it, the value goes down, which means the numbers are going to go down. Okay? See those numbers going down? I'm so glad this is a blessing. See the numbers are going down? It's because the value is going down. So if you got in here and you put a sell in, yay for you. Especially if you got in like here, woo, yay for you. Okay, so let's say you entered here at 1.4500 and you exited at 1.4245. Tell me, what did you gain or lose? What did you gain and what did you lose? Type it in the chat. Remember, a cell. You see the numbers. I get you somewhat started. Those of you who are like, I'm still confused. Remember, you always take what you started with and then you subtract it from what you are ending with. In other words, what you exited with. So you take the 1.4500 minus 1.4245, right? And then you should get a number that looks kind of like this. Something like that. That's what you should have got. Okay? 0.0255, right? And then when you slide this decimal over, how many places? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Then that's what you get. Remember, you slide over 4 places. Why? Because a PIP is always in the 4th digit unless you're using the yen or gold. All right? Does that make sense? So you definitely gained because it was a sell and it went down. All right, and you gained 255 pips. So yay, that would have been a phenomenal day. I could have been done for the week, honestly. All right, I could have been done for the week. All right, so let's go on to another one. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's try another one. All right, so let's do this one, guys. It says 103.75. You entered at that 103.75, okay? And you exited at, that's okay, hold on a second. And then you exit right here at 101.50, right there. What is how much pips did you gain? You know you gained, because remember, this was a sell. What did you gain? Tell me the pips that you gained. Look at y'all doing so good. You entered here, boink, and you exited there by these little arrows. What did you gain? Let me help some of you guys who need some help getting started. Take the 103.75, right, where you entered, and you subtract the 101.50, right? All right. And then you should end up with a number that looks kind of like this. 2.25. That's what you should have got in your calculator. 2.25, right? You got something kind of like that. Okay, so now, Tiffany, you're really close. I see that you slid the decimal over 4 places. Remember, this is an exception to the rule. This is a yen pair, which means you are only, remember the PIP for yens and gold are always 2 digits. So you almost had that right. You would just need to slide the decimal over 2 places, only because this is a yen pair. How do you know when you do that? You just look at you can see that, okay, this one's got 2 pairs. So yes, good, you got it. All right,